because I can't remember the name of this place. This was a hotel. I don't remember the name of it. The prostitutes used to come and take their johns in here. Now that they're owned by the Jehovah's Witnesses. I think maybe the thing around the corner tells me the name. I think it was called the Franklin Arms. But I want to make sure, you know, I don't want to give you misinformation. I say, oh, he's not correct, you know. I don't want to hear that shit. This was the Thai Grill. This was owned by Sam Wong and Joe Cherry. Joe Cherry was a very good friend of mine. There was a tiny little bar in there, and right over there used to be the restaurant. Well, I didn't eat much of the food, but I did drink a lot in there. And I drank in there for about 3 years, not knowing that it was a gay bar. And everybody in there was gay, except me. But they were nice people, nice friends, and I didn't give a shit anyway. The drinks were cheap. Upstairs is where everybody did the blow. And other things there happened too that I won't mention. And there's a bar around the corner that I used to drink in. And right across the street is what they call the St. George Hotel. It's now dormitories for college kids who are going to school, but it was one of the nastiest hotels I ever seen when I first moved around here. They had prostitutes, they had every drug addicts, everything, homeless people who would sleep in the lobby. I mean, this was not a, you know, it wasn't a bad neighborhood, but that building was not a very nice place at one time. This is now a Japanese restaurant. They used to be called the Clark Street Station. Well, basically this place was owned by the mob. I'm not going to mention any names, but they know who they were that owned it. I bartended in here for a while, and the college kids used to come over here. We used to just call them consumers, and would come in here and buy their drinks. Once in a while, a cop would come in there and to see who was underage. And I'm pretty sure that everybody here everybody that drank it there had a fake ID. You know, they're pretty easy to get by. Here was the Wildfire Club, and they would have the strippers there. And you want me to go across the street? This was once the entrance to the Wildfire Club. There was also an entrance around the corner, not around the corner, inside the train station, where you were able to come home from work and enjoy a drink, and not to mention the affections of all the strippers that were in there. In here, there used to be a guy on the table. They used to charge you $5 to go in here. So he would be just sitting there on the table. His name was Ronnie. I never forgot him. He had one tooth in the middle of his mouth. And he looked like a can opener. But anyway, he would go in there. I would go in there, and I went in there once, and he was there. And the way they had it situated is that the strippers there would be a stage inside there, and the strippers would dance inside. On the bar, it was shaped like a horseshoe. And the strippers would actually walk on a bar, and you would give them a gratuity or something like that. And if you wanted to go take one of them home with you, you had to, of course, pay them. You know, I mean, nothing is for free, is it? There was a cop in this place that was drinking in here, and he would be in here a lot. And what happened was he shot somebody in there, got into an argument with somebody, and he shot him. And I don't know the particulars of that, but that was the final straw. Because the people in the neighborhood were beginning to complain about this place. And that was the final straw. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. The guy got shot in there. In the train station, there were many bookies in there at the time. There were You would take bets on the numbers and stuff like that. There was also another entrance there to go into the Wildfire Club. If you'd like me to show it to you. Yeah. Okay. Door was in here. Used to be 2 doors here. And as you can see, that they blocked it off. And I think the doorway was also here. And as you can see by the floor, a lot of traffic was here. Many guys would come off the train stations from work, and the first place they would hit would be the Wildfire Club. There were a lot of lonely men around here in those days. This was a hotel. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But many of the girls that worked at the Wildfire Club would bring the Johns here. And it was pretty sleazy. The promenade, they used to get quick blowjobs there. And not to mention a lot of homosexual activity used to go on there also. But that was the way it was. It wasn't a dangerous place. It was basically, you just accepted it for what it was. Nobody really went around and harmed anybody, They were just doing their thing, and, I didn't see anything wrong with it as long as they didn't bother me, Here on these benches, at night, hot summer night, I sometimes would take a walk here with my wife, and we would walk down the promenade. And there were so many sex acts going on at the time here, their orgasms were going off like church bells. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. In fact, on that bench over there, I remember somebody going ding-a-ling-a-fucking-ling. There was a lot of lingings around here, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Now it's all family, all yuppies, all young kids playing around, and fucking boring. But it is what it is. Anything more you want me to say?